Yes.
There's a temptation to
indulge.
indulge. I love that word. So that will be
Indulge.
with us a few tips this morning. So make sure you take out a little pen and papers as always to take note. Always informative.
I don't know if it's note they must stay because it is things that you are not to do.
Well, you need to write them big on your
see what I
fridge.
mean?
Anytime you want going out the fridge, what not to do or what
But
not to buy.
in a season like this, it's a time when we tend to let go and just let
Loose.
loose and we just indulge. And there is a payback because 2 weeks from the season's over, we're getting another 10 pounds.
Well, that's why January, a lot of people select that month for exercise month.
Exercise, yeah.
That's
I
not
don't know if there's any wisdom to that. I think we need to be intelligent people, and as such, we need to make intelligent choices and recognize that life is a gift from God and it must be cherished. And we must not wantonly abuse the blessings that God has bestowed upon us.
it's a blessing.
And
So we
health is our greatest wealth, and we need to take care of it. So, as I have always said, my favorite Bible text when it comes to health is that of Exodus chapter 15 and verse 26, where it says that if my people would hearken to the voice of God and obey the commands of God and do his statutes, he said that the promise, I will bring none of these diseases upon you, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the
Right.
Lord thy God that healeth
Heals.
thee.
I am the Lord. That's
Heals
so-
it. So that's a promise. And the question one needs to ask is, what were the diseases that afflicted the Egyptians? Which basically is the same disease that afflicted the Babylonians. And when we go back to Babylonian, we can all remember the story of Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys. And the privilege it was to receive meals from the king's table, royal meal. And these 3 boys, apparently they drop off in their head, decided they don't want any kind of food. And they reasoned with the eunuch, the chief who took care of them, like, listen, just give us pulse and water. And if you're afraid of your head, because the king will kill you anyhow, prove it 10 days. And if that, then we'll obey what you say. And my God loves a challenge. When you challenge my God, that then he show how mighty he is.
You know, and sometimes we don't give God the opportunity for that challenge.
Oh,
Like you said, they said no, and you set the context because it's not different now.
yes,
They got food from the king's court.
yes.
You know, and the holidays is a time when there's this whole rush and this.
Yes.
Like if you're not eating this kind of way, you're not
Yes.
in it. You're not in
Yes,
the crowd.
correct. Yes.
Full. And so we
Yes.
have to stand up like
Yeah.
the 3 Hebrew boys and Daniel, and first of all put my foot down and say, you know what? I'm not going to.
I will not indulge. I will not partake. I will not partake because I am from a different era, if I can say so. My God and I have something going, and the blessings He have given me, I will not forego it or forfeit it just for to use the story about Esau, a bowl of soup. I will not sell out my birthright for a bowl of soup.
It was probably so good that.
Well, that's what the things that are good are always the things that are bad, you know. Oh yes, it says in our training, it says what's not fattening, what's not killing is what's not killing, right?
When I kill your fat, yeah.
That's one story, but it was saying that the things of life that are so nice are the things that are so bad. You know, but I can't remember the exact quotation. But in essence, what he's saying is that, you know, the things that we crave, the drinking and the smoking and the dining, at the end, those things are very hazardous. So,
They
but
have an effect. They catch
Yeah.
up with us, like you said.
you know, so as I was saying, the diseases that affected the people back then are the same diseases that are affecting us today, right? And what you have to consider was what was the lifestyle back then, which is the same like today, right? They eat and they drink. And the food that was offered these 3 Hebrew boys, as you know, would have been sumptuous, rich food, bacon, fried, and nice big hog head. You know what I mean?
Everything lay out on
And
the
things lay
table.
out and any amount you want. That is, gluttony was the name of the game. So as a consequence, the people suffer the diseases of gluttony, obesity, high cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attack,
Wow.
stroke, cancer, fatty liver. So we have the same disease that is affecting us and killing us today. So the thing is, how do we, with the advancement of science, make a good, intelligent choice? Because health is not by chance or by accident.
I love that.
Health is choice, intentional, wise choices. And the choices are many, many. For example, we encourage you to eat wholesome food instead of refined food,
What do you
instead
mean?
of canned food, right? Wholesome mean as it is prepared by our Creator God. So it's best to eat things as is prepared than modified with technology.
Doctor, you're talking about raw food?
I'm talking about food that is wholesome. Take, for example, you can eat cornflakes, right?
Yeah.
Cornflakes is nice. It's a nice cereal. But do you know a boiled corn is better?
Okay.
Right? You have the corn and you boil it and you eat it. That is a healthy meal, right? It exercises your jawbone, it gives you roughage, and it gives you a wholesome meal. No, we make some bad choices. We'll take that nice wholesome meal and we'll cover it with mustard.
And mayonnaise.
And we'll cover it with mayonnaise.
And cheese.
And we'll cover it with cheese and ketchup.
Ketchup.
So we turn a good meal into a horrible meal. We're nice enough. It's nice, but we need to go beyond the nice and be intelligent, right? And our three Hebrew boys, Cedric, Misha, and Abednego, Daniel, they were on point. They did not gamble with their health. They made good choices and they resolve and live that resolve. And they were proved to be 10 times wiser, healthier, and that's the blessing that comes by serving God. No? So the disease that affected them was, as I had said there, and today we want to spend a little time on high cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
Right? So what is cholesterol? Well, I must hasten to add that the human body makes its own cholesterol. Cholesterol is very important for cells, especially the brain. I would go as far as say that almost 80% of the brain is cholesterol.
But what is cholesterol?
Cholesterol is one of the fat that is present in the
It's a
human.
fat.
It's a
Okay.
fat present in the
Okay.
blood, right? And it is produced by the liver, the human liver, and it is in a balanced amount. When we eat indiscriminately, then we tip the balance. Now you have different sub-classification of the cholesterol. We have the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol. Right? We call them HDL, H for healthy
Okay.
cholesterol, and L for lousy cholesterol.
Sure that the L of
Well,
lousy?
Yes, it's a little
Okay.
acronym to remember it. So
Lousy.
HDL is high density lipoproteins. That's what it stands for, right? But we don't use the H to remember health, heart, H, right? And then L is lousy, it's bad for you. LDL. So the LDL is a low density lipoproteins. Then you have some other little ones in the middle, chylomicrons and the VLDL, very low density lipoprotein and so forth. But the two we worry about is LDL and HDL. And those ratios can determine your heart risk, your coronary heart risk. All right. But the key thing is that we need to boost the HDL and lower the LDL. No, the HDL comes from eating healthy food like omega-3 fatty acids and so forth, and exercise.
Yeah.
Those boost the HDL.
So
Then-
where would you get this omega-3 from, or these
Well, the
sources of
omega-3 are in nuts,
nuts?
yeah, almond nuts and walnuts, and of course fish oil as well,
Fish oils.
right? And then of course they loaded in everything else, especially animal produce.
The LDL.
Yeah.
Animal
LDL,
produce.
animal produce. So in essence, cholesterol is an animal product. Plant don't have cholesterol as such, right? So if you were to take the advice that cholesterol is high, you want to get lower, then you have to avoid eating animal produce.
Okay, so
And animal produce included all its fashion, cheese,
please,
butter,
you did touch a button that
yes, meat,
some people
meat.
cheese.
You know, those things are animal produce and they are rich in cholesterol and they will cause elevation. But I must hasten to add that cholesterol problem could also be something that you inherit. You will have bad genes where you metabolize your cholesterol poorly. And some people, no matter how they use their dietary maneuvers, the cholesterol still remain high. In that subset of people, that minority of people, that is where medication will have its value, right? Lipitor, right? The anti lipoprotein medication may have a value to play, but I advocate healthy lifestyle, right? Which is eating right, sleeping right, exercising right, and with time it will come back down to normal. Because even with this medication, they will have an impact on your liver. Can they damage your liver, right? The same
Because they help your liver to
Lipitor,
regulate
the same Lipitor we use to lower the cholesterol also have a direct effect on it. It's a direct toxin to the liver. So as with all drugs, they have the good effect and bad side effects. So that's what it's all about there. So in regards to cholesterol, we need to be mindful that we, especially in a time like this where we have so many people with diabetes and hypertension, and they will tend to go overboard with the season and they might indulge. Then in January, February, they come to hospital sick, some of them dying.
What are some of the meals for this season that we have to look out for in terms of like
Well,
where we
this
put
season,
cholesterol in?
you know we love with ham, right? So ham, that one, kill us, or we can live on the ham. So ham is one of the rich sources of
Cholesterol.
yeah, it's animal, right? The turkey and the different food stuff. Again, high in cholesterol. And I must hasten to add that even the sweets that we like, the cake,
Cake has a lot
right?
of oil.
Cake mix from butter, egg, right? So when you indulge those cake, you're getting a lot of cholesterol in there. You know, I mean, nice, you know. We don't tell no lie, nice.
No?
So we have to do a little gamble, if you know what I mean, and we'll do a bartering. So listen, if I eat the cake today, then I will have to cut down on my rice for today.
Yeah.
So things just have to know how to strategize, right? You win some, you lose some. But really and truly, with all the problem we are facing in life, as one person said, we are just a breath from the hole in the ground. The hole in the ground means you're dead, no? So we need to be more mindful and thankful for life and to cherish it and to do what is right all the time, not sometimes. So we need to work on that. But cholesterol, as I show you the picture there, right? I took the liberty to show the human aorta. That is the major vessel that goes from the heart up into the neck, down to your great toes. And from that, all the vessels that supply every tissue in the human body originates. All right. And in health, when you're born, it's clean, it is smooth, right? But as time goes on and we indulge in or indiscriminate eating, then the aorta becomes damaged, right? And it becomes ulcerated, meaning that the lining, the smooth lining, becomes crusted. Crusted. So if you notice on the, yeah, you see the, open it wide, you see, crusted like eggshell, right? And that is a consequence of high cholesterol. It's a consequence of diabetes, which also causes your cholesterol and fat to go up, and hypertension, which damages the lining of the vessel because of the pressure. It damages the vessel lining. And once there's the vessel damaged lining, the body has what I call a clotting cascade, which is clotting, blood clot, which is generated because of exposure of the underlying collagen. And the body start laying down platelets, and then fat get intermingled, and then platelets, and it form what I call a thrombus or a plaque, right? But the body is wonderfully made. So when it is formed, the body have a way of, we use the word re-epithelialization, where it covers it and protects it. But with time and continuous indulgence, it ruptures.
So how do we know when we're moving from this healthy picture here over this
Yeah.
what you call that?
Well, you know, because of indulgence, it's years, it takes time to develop, right? And when it's developed, then the complication comes on.
So after it's developed, then we start to see the complications.
Well, yes, after the complication, as you can see from that, the amount of damage, the vessels that originate from that are also damaged, they are compromised. And that is where you get the pins and needles in your foot, your pins and needles in your hand, the numbness, and you can't move because the vessels are damaged, the nerves are compromised because the blood supply is damaged. And those are the consequences of high cholesterol. And it affects every vessel in the brain, you get dizzy, right? So it's something that we need to be mindful of. And the consumption of food rich in cholesterol will only add insult to injury, right? So the question is, what are the solution to that? That is, the thing is just to avoid the food that is rich in cholesterol. That is, if you want to lower something, how can you lower something? You stop put it in.
That there's no other way. Some people would ask,
right?
There's no
You
other way.
stop put it in, and then you try and get rid of what is there. All right. So that's the technology. That's the technique, right? But it has its hazardous effect, and the vessels, when they are damaged, particularly in those target areas like in your eyes, in your blood vessels, in the brain, in the heart, in the kidneys, and they have the inner organ damage that we face in today's life, no?
So it affects other because I'm wondering now, I'm already past the stage where my the aorta is clean and it's already developed plaque and all this stuff.
Damage.
And I'm at that point and I can't there's no way of reverting back or
I'm not so sure, but definitely if you control it, there will be some clearing off. It will not go back to original normal. No. As you can see, you can never get back to normal. But at least you can prevent more clots from forming.
So what are some of the chronic symptoms? I'm already at this stage, so downhill afterwards, let's say.
Yeah,
so
well,
how would that look like?
Well, the downhill thing is that you will be having, depending on what tissue is affected, let's use your blood, your vessels, the vessels in your feet. So you'll have problem with walking, you will have numbness in the feet, tingling, right? Because the supply of blood is damaged, the nerves are damaged, so you affect feeling and also circulation. All right. So with time, if it's not properly managed, you end up with what we call peripheral vascular disease, where the vessels downstreams are closing off, and the supply of blood to the extremity is compromised. So when you walk, you get tired easily, you get pain in your leg, we call intermittent claudication. And with time, that foot start to get slim and mager and waste away. with time. With time, yeah.
Wow.
And then, of course, because the blood supply is not too rich and the circulation is not so rich, you develop ulcers, the skin breakdown, and then you have problem with healing. Because if the blood supply is not going to the thing well, it cannot heal well. So you end up later on in life, you will lose a foot.
I thought that
Right.
was only with diabetes.
No, everything is, remember, everything is multi-connected.
It's related.
It's multi-connected. That is the pressure, the sugar,
All of them
the
work.
cholesterol, everything just add up and make matters worse. You right? This is why you cannot discuss one thing at any one point in time. It is one piggybacking on the complication of the other, piggybacking on the complication of the other. And most time, what's the thing? We tend to have obesity, hypertension,
Together.
and diabetes, all three together. So you take a toll, and then you add to that not the high cholesterol because of our indiscriminate eating, and then it adds problem down the road. So that is my tidbit for the season, that we need to be mindful that at the end of the day, we end up. And right now with COVID, we don't have much resources to take care of routine sickness anymore, because most of the resources going into COVID.
That's true.
Right. So we need to be wise. So even though we
These
want,
also create further complications.
yes, you see what I mean? So again, make it worse. So it's a multiplicity of factors that is contributing to our, we use the word morbidity, our overall ill health. So
I know that our viewers might be mad at me. That can just control.
yeah, it's so a monkey wrench in a machine, but it doesn't have to be realistic. And I am high on health. I want us to be healthy. That's what God wants us to be healthy. Not healthy because sin more, but healthy to go on God's errand. Okay?
I love that. And you said that health is a choice.
It's a choice.
It's not just a condition. It don't happen by
No.
chance.
It's a choice by what you do or you did not do.
Right. And that's what this show is about. Defining your health.
Yes.
It implies that you define, you make the choice.
You in control. You
Right.
are in control.
You make a choice. Are you going
Yes.
to continue to watch yourself deteriorate?
Yeah.
Or are you going to take an active decision to create change
Right.
and a healthy lifestyle?
And reversal where reversal is possible.
Just before you go in this segment, in the next segment, we're going to have Sister Tomasa sharing with us now how can we replace some of these unhealthy meals and and think about
With some food. Yes.
some food, as you mentioned
Yes.
in the beginning.
Yes.
All right. So just before we get to that, I wanted to ask. I know that we can you said that you stopped eating these high fat source food.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
there anything that we can take in terms of natural that to actively reduce the high cholesterol and all these things?
Well, the thing is, as I said, avoid putting it in the body in the first place, and
Mhm.
choose healthy alternative. Fruits, nuts, and grains. That's the diet for mankind.
So there's nothing targeted for cholesterol. Like if you take this will reduce it.
We encourage a high fiber diet to help get rid of the cholesterol, because, as I told before, cholesterol is prepared in the liver, and then it is excreted in the bile, and then it comes out in the drought. So if you can enhance that cycle, so that is why we encourage large consumption of vegetable material to act like a sponge, and that will suck up the oil and pass it out. Suck up the oil and pass it out. So in so doing, in every cycle, the cholesterol will be going lower, 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 because you're not putting any new. You're not putting any new, because you stop eating it. So you're not putting any new. So whatever is on board, with each drought, it's passing out, it's passing out, it's passing out. So the key thing is to have a high fiber diet to help sponge, suck up the excess oil, so you can be passed out with the drought.
So while they're doing their Christmas shopping and the holidays,
Lot of
shopping, they need to
vegetables.
buy some sponge.
Lot of vegetables. Lot of vegetables. Okay?
I hope that this was informative.
I hope so too.
This first segment, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be in the kitchen with Sister
Okay.
Tomasa.
Amen.
So be right back.
Hi, I'm Pastor Emiliano Fiamel,
And I'm Elder Shane Neal.
and
we're the hosts of Hour of Power. We are ready to pray for you and with you.
Prayer is the key that unlocks heaven's door. In Philippians 4, 6, and 7, God cautions us not to be anxious about anything.
Instead, in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus.
Join us every Thursday night at 6 p.m. on our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as Channel 98 on Central Cable TV, to experience this peace that passeth all understanding. You can join our global prayer family by praying that God continues to lead and bless this ministry.
By becoming a faithful viewer and inviting your friends and family to like and share our programs.
With your kind donations as well as your generous financial contributions.
Contact us at 501-613-9351
or send us an email at atn@cbm.belizeunion.org.
We are located at 10 3/4 miles Northern Highway at the Tubal Trade and Vocational Institute. Thank you for being a part of the ATN ministry.
And we pray God's richest blessings upon you and your family.
This is not a time for panic. It is a time for calm, for a steady trust in the Lord we love and serve, and also to focus on how we best can serve, how we can move forward together in this interesting and very challenging time. I've not seen a time like this. I'm reminded that we really have nothing to fear for the future except we forget how God has led us in the past and His teachings. So in this time we have an opportunity to bear witness to the faith that is within us, reflecting hope, demonstrating stability through the assurance that God will never leave us nor forsake us. But having the knowledge that He will be with us, unmistakable clearness and power that is His may be revealed in our own lives day by day. And that way we can not only make a difference, we can be the difference. May God bless you as by His grace and with His help, we together negotiate this challenging, difficult, and interesting time. But this too will pass by His grace.
Welcome back to Defining Your Health. This morning, our topic is healthy choices for the holidays. All right. Earlier, Doc was talking about cholesterol and how we need to manage our indulgence for the holidays. So we didn't just talk about it. We have Sister Tomasa here on set with us. She's going to show us live in action what are some of those healthy meal choices that we can swap out with those fatty sources in our diets, right? A lot of oils, a lot of starch, and all of that. So, sis, go ahead. The time is yours.
All right. I want to talk about early in the morning breakfast. So this morning, I have here cassava. The cassava is already grated from earlier. So I'm going to put the cassava in here. And what we are going to do, we are going to squeeze it just like we squeeze the
Yeah. You have to tell us, sis, where you got this cassava, man. This cassava, we have our church brethren there.
Yes, Sister Ortiz.
Farm.
Sister Cosita have a farm, and she has, cassava is so good.
I could hear it.
Oh, it tastes good. You could eat it raw, you don't have to cook it. So what we are going to do with this cassava, we are going to try to get out all the milk out of it, and I'm going to put it on the stove while Doc is going to stir it up.
Doc, you ready over there?
Okay, maybe you could put your pot over here, Doc. Put your pot over here.
Good.
Put the pot over here.
Yes. And we are going to strain it out.
Okay.
So what are we making with this cassava, sis?
It's called sahau.
Sahau in the morning? Oh,
Yes,
wow.
it's a garifuna porridge. But I learned to like this porridge when I was a teacher at school, when we have cultural day. Notice I have on a cultural blouse. All right, that make a squeeze on.
That they get everything out, you know. You
Yes.
want milky.
Not much waste.
No, nothing. Yeah, get everything out.
Right, look at that milk, Sister Ortiz. We're grateful this morning, and I hope that encourages the other brethren to work on your little urban garden in your homes, man.
Yes.
Really cassava, your okra,
Right,
your
now put
sweet
that on the
pea.
stove and start stirring.
Okay.
Okay? Now you could also, don't throw this away, you know. You could use this to make
Fritters.
fritters. You take this and season it up with onion, garlic, sweet pepper, whatever you like, and your spices. And you mix it up together, put a little bit of water back in it, mix it up, and then fry.
Fritters, where you not fry? So no oil? You not fry?
Yes, you're fried.
Okay.
Little like patties.
Okay.
Or you could put it and even bake it and put it in burgers.
Bake
Bake it
Bake
some
it.
Bake it to put it in burgers.
With your sweet pepper, your onion.
Yes.
You added any honey to it?
You could do anything you want. This
Okay.
what yeah, stir while that is cooking. Is it on high? So while that is going, we are going to another porridge over here.
Wait.
Okay.
You want it higher? Wait. Or you
I think that's high. Yeah, that's high.
That ready for this porridge done.
All right. This is green bananas.
All right.
I already boiled the bananas. So what I'm going to do with the green banana, I'm going to use some milk. Put it in the blender there, sister.
Okay.
Sister, did you boil the banana with the skin on or you took the skin off?
Right. Where's my hand again?
If it's organic banana grown on the farm,
Yes.
you boil it with the skin on.
Okay.
But if the one that you buy, there's a lot of chemicals sprayed on it, so you would peel it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, yes.
Put in the green bananas.
Yes.
Green bananas, right?
It's green bananas.
Okay.
And we are going to use a bit of this milk.
Okay, so we can use soy milk.
Yes.
Or any milk. Well, we want to make healthy choices. You can use almond milk,
Yes.
soy milk. I know we're familiar with our little carnation milk.
Yes. We are going to mix the milk.
Here we can
Put the milk in there.
right?
And we are going to put a little bit of sweet milk too.
Okay, we're gonna sweeten it so we can use honey or a little bit of sweet milk. This is green banana porridge.
It's not really a porridge, it's like a shake.
Oh,
thing.
shake. Okay.
And then we are going to,
Season to flavor.
Nutmeg?
yes,
All right.
man,
nutmeg.
Wait, so nutmeg. Okay.
This is so cute.
Yeah.
This is too.
And then you're going to put a little vanilla in there. Keep stirring that so it don't stick at the bottom.
Not a lot, just a little bit.
So while that is going there, I'm going to put some coconut milk.
Coconut milk? Okay.
Coconut milk in there.
All right, don't want to overwhelm with nutmeg.
Put the
All right,
coconut
is
milk.
this enough?
Huh?
This is enough nutmeg?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
enough. Because that's a drink we're making.
Put this nutmeg back.
No, back in the bottle because we need it for over there too.
Okay.
Put
No?
yes, that's
You want me
it.
to help that? Oh.
Not yet. That have to stir that.
So it has to get thick first.
That will thicken. Oh, a little vanilla.
Okay. Just a little drop.
Yes. Good. You don't want to get black. So I think maybe
Black is
put a
beauty.
little bit more sweet milk in there.
Okay. Green banana.
It's a shake.
Wait until this is finished.
And then that's it. Now you could put your
So that's it. If you
yes.
have cinnamon, you could put cinnamon too, or just
You could add
nutmeg.
cinnamon. No?
Okay, we have some. I even have some pumpkin essence here. We have cinnamon. We have ginger.
No, we not put the ginger in
Not
that one.
put
You can put ginger, okay. Put cinnamon.
We
Put
have
the cinnamon.
Okay, let's
Right.
put some
No pumpkin,
cinnamon.
no pumpkin.
You
Just
feel
cinnamon.
like it thick like that?
Yes, man. See this?
The
Cinnamon.
thickness, woo!
Oh yeah, I think I put too much cinnamon. Oh
The thickness.
mercy.
I was like flour lot.
Yes.
See on it?
Yes, you have to stir it. Yeah. Look like you could take limo, coconut
I
milk.
think so. I have to put it off in the beginning.
I don't white water.
Okay, but this is nice and thick, man.
Yes, that one. Ooh,
It's like
that's
how thick it's getting.
garage starch.
So you don't, you keep stirring.
You have to keep stirring.
stirring.
You have to keep stirring.
So so it sounds like I'll need help in the kitchen then. It's not a one-man thing.
Not really.
So you could get your children involved and have them see.
All right, you could what you could do, grate the nutmeg for that now. Put as much. Stir on that. Stir on that. Good. Then we have add the sweet milk to it.
Okay.
And vanilla.
This smells good already.
And then you sprinkle some cinnamon in there. I like
Just enough?
Small bottle. No man, get some more. Go.
Okay.
Get them right in there.
That's like a hint, but you have to take the full. Grate a little nutmeg. You can buy it grated
That's
already.
looking good. That's
But
looking
it
good.
smells so good as you're grating it.
All right, put the vanilla in there now.
Okay, let's put this right back in. You'll drop a little vanilla.
Vanilla.
Is this a me you want to put vanilla?
Just pour the vanilla, man.
Just pour the vanilla.
Pour, yeah.
More?
One more. Good.
All right.
Like
Cinnamon. Put some cinnamon.
All right, we're gonna put this is small end.
Oh, that look good.
Let's put a little bit of cinnamon.
All right.
All right.
Good. All right. Make we add the sweet milk to it
Man,
now.
you should be here smelling this. Something smells so good. The cinnamon and nutmeg with coconut. I mean the cassava milk.
You have to scrape out all this. Where's my spoon?
Okay. I will hire you as official
Stir.
yes. That's no way to do.
Oh yes. That no way to do, yes. Try to get out all this.
Right, not waste. Not much waste.
You know, if you have other porridges that you enjoy making, you can share with us in the comment below, and we can think or we can have we can see
Stir on it
to replicate some of those recipes.
Mm-hmm.
I've never made cassava the sahau for myself.
Yes,
actually.
that's
So
it.
After today, I'll have a pretty good idea.
Of what to do, because you see, just get your cassava, grate it, and squeeze it out, get the water, you put it on the fire along with your coconut milk. You use some evaporated milk,
Okay.
and then you keep stirring it, and you add your seasoning to it. It's really
What
good.
I like is that we don't limit it to just a special time in the year. You know, this is a great breakfast alternative.
For the morning, and like you could, if you want it for tomorrow, you could grate your cassava today, and when you wake tomorrow and your coconut, you have it ready, and just squeeze, and you know you have it fresh, right? Look at that. That looks very good.
Smells good too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you see that?
That in the kitchen, man. You know, way wrong the kitchen.
Can I cook that food every day?
And it's a good food, Doc.
Yes.
And if you notice, Doc is using a stainless steel spoon. He's cooking in a stainless steel pot. This is very healthy for us rather than using aluminum cookware.
Okay.
Because the aluminum over time cooks in your food. You know, they have Alzheimer's and all kind of thing. So what you do is try to get stainless steel cooking utensils and the pots and everything. See that? Hold that up, make the cameraman see where you got there.
All right.
See, it's a while he's stirring it. You want it to taste very good. See, you have a good consistency there. All right.
So how do you know when you reach the correct consistency?
It's not already.
Basically, yes. It
The
takes
hand
like
hurting me now, so it's stiff.
it's like 15 minutes, but because he has constantly been stirring it and the fire is on high.
Okay.
So yeah. So think we got it there, Doc?
I think so, my man is tired.
Oh, you need to swap out.
Right. Okay. Just
Yeah,
sit there. So that's the sahau.
So you drink this warm.
Drink it warm. It's delicious.
It broke the weight off your chest.
Amen. Amen. Thanks, Doc.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Courtesy of Dr. Hugh Sanchez this morning.
Yes. So now we have the banana shake over here.
So
everything, the green banana is in there.
It's already?
Yes,
Okay, good.
and it has the milk. We have both the sweet milk the evaporated milk, and it has vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg in there. So blend her up.
Blend up.
Let's go. Let me start.
Brandy. One sugar brandy.
I know, right?
Smooth. All right. So we just for a while until it's smooth. You add more water, how you know when you need more?
It's how you want to get it one a little bit thinner. I want it smoother.
Is it? Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a
Here.
taste.
Maybe you can.
Let's have a taste.
Hey, this look good, man.
Taste.
Ooh, this look good. It could loosen up a little bit.
To loosen.
We don't need no more milk.
No more milk. We're
Oh,
good.
this is good. This is good.
Yes, but you can't eat at night. There's not time to eat
Get
it
the cup.
because then I want some.
You have to
more.
get the cup because we have to do our oat shake.
Come back.
Yes,
Because
Come on, come
taste
on.
this thing right front of we.
Come on, there's more cups
It's
here.
thick.
Let me just. Yes, it's thick. It's very good. Just pour it
This
out.
one right here.
Yeah. This is a one by.
Huh?
Nice and ice cream.
Right. Use your spoon to
Healthy.
very healthy.
So this is green banana shake.
All right, I have
Green
one
banana
more.
shake.
I'll have one more shake for you. Now I want to just introduce you all to Chia Seed for those of you who have never seen Chia Seed before. It's very delicious in this kind of thing.
Sorry for cutting you off, sis.
You enjoy that?
I have to enjoy it properly off camera.
And with the other shake, we are going to put in it, we are going to put the chia seed. We are going to use some raisins.
Sis,
We are-
I've heard a lot about this chia seed. What's the rave about this chia seed?
This chia seed is very good for a lot of things. We were talking about the cholesterol and all those things. This helps in lowering your cholesterol and keeping it at balance and everything as well. And I also use this when I'm baking bread.
Okay.
I put it in the bread. I put the flax seed. I make my own grain bread.
I've heard those two, the flaxseed and the
I
chia
would
seed.
put
They're
the
called
oatmeal in it. I would put the flax seed. I would put the chia seed, and I would also put the the coconut trash.
in the bread.
Yes.
Yes, you grate the coconut and you put the trash in the bread.
If I'm roughage.
Yes.
So nothing goes to waste.
Nothing.
Usually when you eat a slice of bread like that, you really don't want nothing else with it.
Fulling already. Full meal.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
wash that down with
Yes.
some nice water.
So we are going to put that in here so that we could
Okay.
use the
We could swap out the
blender.
blender. Okay. This is another stainless steel
Yes.
pot as well.
Yes.
Huh? Okay.
Don't waste
Because
that.
I have
That
to
is very
save some.
delicious and very healthy. And the green banana have iron in it,
Okay.
right? I love green banana. I would eat a boiled green banana with my food. Where I am from, that's a classic for us.
Okay.
If the lizards like fried plantain with their dinner, we like the boiled green banana. So that would come like every day with dinner, like how the right plantain would come, right?
I like recipes with green banana because I'm not sure what to do with
I'm
green
sure
banana.
you haven't seen this shape like
No.
this before.
No.
And this is a full meal when you don't fix this up. I mean, and if you run in the morning, this will help you keep you up. This will hold you up quickly,
Okay.
and carry you till midday when you're ready to eat.
Well, after this, I will have porridge weeks, porridge days.
Yes,
And
and then you
chips
see,
is-
instead of frying up eggs in the morning to eat with your bread, you just have this. Okay? All right, you give that a wash.
up.
Yes. So we could have we will do the oatmeal. And we are going to use this is homemade soy milk. Okay?
What is the soy good for, sis?
Soy is good for so much things.
It's milk.
It's milk, and you could take it just like we use the cassava for that, and we hold back the trash. It's the same way with the soy. When you are making the milk or whatever, you don't have to throw away the pulp.
No.
Save the pulp, and with the pulp you could add the pulp to, like if you are making maybe a red bean loaf, loaf, you could use the pulp right in there.
Red beans, and just make it up flat.
Yes. And also too, I want to show you, while Tracy is doing that, a sandwich. We could make a sandwich in the morning. Now people believe we have to have meat or something to put inside the bread. Now what we could do, I don't want to highlight the bread, but we have wheat bread. There's a plate right behind me. There's a white plate.
Okay. Here we go, sis.
Yes. And you could take 2 slices of bread, whole wheat. You don't have to put anything much on the bread. And what you can do with it, I don't know how many of you had sandwiches like this before. I have a friend, she also puts garlic in it. I use garlic, but then I have to hypotensive.
Oh, hypotensive.
So you take this, you put on your leaves. This is the bell pepper, that's lettuce. This is bell pepper. Those of us, we used to bell pepper only cooked in the pot. No. Yes, sweet pepper, Belizean style.
Yeah.
And then, for those of you, these are very, very healthy onions.
Right.
Okay?
Purple onion.
Purple
That's the
onion.
best.
Yes, you put.
Antioxidant.
I just love that this sandwich is so colorful.
Yes. And then you put your tomatoes.
That's good for the meal.
Yes.
Okay,
really. Yes, Doc. So you put those on. For those of you who like it seasoned up, we are using pink Himalayan salt. We are not using white salt. We don't use white salt. You put a little bit up there, not much. And where's my lime? There's my lime over there.
Okay. So we have our lime here. Ready to go. I have not seen the little lime on the sandwich before. This is new for me. You have the salt already.
Yes, you turn them over because now they're wet.
Since you have to cut this sandwich because I want to taste it too.
Yes, darling. There you go.
Maybe cut a little piece with that.
I'm watching.
And there you go.
Beautiful.
Come on, the
purple. And
there you go. You have a
tomato.
sandwich. And before time run out, we also have our fruits.
Yes.
Fruits, you make a nice food. Yes, you put it together. So now we are going to make a shape. You need a banana peel there. Put a peel a banana and cut it up in there.
Let me put my sandwich back in its place. I'm coming back to you, sir.
All right, peel a banana and put it in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to put some oatmeal. Yeah. There you go, some oatmeal. We are going to put some soy milk. I love this. Okay. Then we are going to put some raisins. How much of you like raisins?
Me.
We are going to put some raisins in there. You're going to put your... Come on, I don't want none left in this bag.
Okay.
One banana is enough?
Yes.
Yeah, one banana enough because that's a sweetener. Because usually for people who don't use sugar, what you do, you just use that, right?
Banana as a sweetener?
Yeah, banana is the sweetener for a lot of things for those of us who don't use sweet. And this I have here, this is seaweed.
Oh, wow.
Yes, seaweed.
In your banana shape?
Yes.
What seaweed?
Yes. Wow, and what happened is, what I do when I get these, I prepare it and then just put them in little bags and freeze them. So that when I'm ready now,
That's it.
yeah. So this is the seaweed. Good
I
for you.
can't
Good
tell you
for
the
the back.
last time I've had seaweed.
Yes.
Seaweed is good for what? You said that? The how?
For your back, that's a
Your
woman, man, for
Back, oh mercy.
Then you put a little bit of
Vanilla.
vanilla. Put your nutmeg in there,
Nutmeg,
sister.
like a nutmeg. Like a
Okay, I
nutmeg.
will not
And cinnamon.
It's dark like nutmeg.
Yeah, it looks so.
Yes, no nutmeg is the one.
Mm-hmm.
And cinnamon.
Nutmeg.
Mm-hmm. You could use one little bit of sweet milk too. I already cleaned it, okay?
Okay.
I already cleaned the cover.
That right there, gonna drop the nutmeg.
We'll drop in there.
Really nutmeg. That get me excited because I put the whole nutmeg. I can use a greater one. Leave some more.
All right, blend that up.
I put nutmeg for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want first taste.
Yeah.
Right. So
And
Blend.
that oat shake.
oh, I love how
Yes, you got chia seed. I was
Chia
showing.
seed. Chia seed.
Chia
oh
seed.
no, we can't forget the superfood chia seed.
No.
Ooh, that's a lot, sis. I didn't know it was. I thought it was just a sprinkle.
No, man.
Half your mouth.
It's good.
This is beautiful.
If you have ice, put your ice in there. Okay.
Oh, is that the one I gotta go? I'll do a pick up.
Oh, yes. I don't know about you guys, but
You're gonna taste. Oh, cheers.
it's nice, not very sweet to me, but I mean you could put more sweet milk in there.
And have a taste that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Skip.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
So we had our sahong, we had our veg sandwich, we
Yeah.
have our oat and banana shake,
Yeah.
and also you can make a fruit salad before you begin your meal.
Yes.
Cut up your veg, your
Remember the fruit must go before, because
Before.
if you eat it after the meal, it won't do the same job.
okay. And
So you have your fruit first. Have a lot of, as you rise in the morning, drink yourself a glass of water. As you rise in the morning. And then you have your fruits. Then you have your breakfast.
all right.
Thank you all for looking.
I hope
Thank
this
you.
was informative, enjoyable. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm going to taste everything that's here. It's unfortunate you're not here, but I want to thank you for sharing with
Yes,
us this
ma'am.
morning about cholesterol indulgence, the whole idea for really setting it the tone for us this holiday, right? So
Yes,
that we
ma'am.
don't overindulge. Sister Tomasa, it's always a blessing to have you
Thank you
again.
very much.
And our viewers, it's a blessing always to have you join us. So continue to support, share the link with your friends and families, and put them on their feet for this holiday. Healthy meals for the holidays.
Amen.
Thank you for viewing Defining Your Health.
Thank you.
Thank you too.